habitual pain stems from desires to uncoil the wrongs that lay dormant in our routines. These trivial jobs and labors of task, each time we perform equations consciously or unconsciously, make us listen and understand the forthcoming of one's feelings. The routines upon which they lay their foundations can be unnerving. Being so antiquated with oneself, knowing your self-sacrifice and your self-serving, can put you in a mirror full of complexity, shattered into two sides that look the same but are robust and jaded by your emotions. Only once you look at both sides does the merging of healing begin, filling up the emptiness and softening the arrogance beneath feelings based on routines. Routines that are infused with habitual thoughts of why we do this often lead to the question, why would anyone else do the same? You only need to look at the problem to realize you have a problem with it. While routines are filled with the reward for tasks finished in order to stay relevant, the meaning of routine begins to shift. To understand why we are who we are, or why anyone starts, begins with understanding how the development of a person shapes them. To see and to know visually places them into a context that others can understand, giving back a sense of reason and validation to their existence. The feeling of need within the cycle of life, the constant doing of things, adds up to a satisfying dopamine level in the brain as a result of repetition. It builds a baseline of success and over the long term prevents depression. However, failing to acknowledge this baseline can lead us to regress psychologically in order to perceive that very baseline of success. To understand why depression seeps into routines, we must consider that all is mixed into the routine that defines us. Only when suffering in a nagging cycle of misfortune can we decipher what is vital to a recurring need, a need that establishes other people's reliance on you, thereby completing the cycle of you. Trials and tribulations on the human spirit can be exhausting, as one strives to live up to the expectations of life. Through repetition and dedication to the minute details, these experiences layer themselves into the results of years, shaped by known or unknown qualities of interpreted trauma. A response signal, hindered by other stress signals, arms your body against itself, leading to a deprivation of senses. This creates an exhausting slow burn of numbness that seeps into routines, corrupting habitual outcomes and distorting them beyond recognition. Having a constant and known thing often forms first around your trials, and then develops into a cautious repetition of sorts. Yet there is always a yearning to learn the in-betweens, the why behind the need for such habits in the first place. Narcissism or barbarism could be the result, but nonetheless we edit an important part of our minds through fear and doubt. Fear of one another's actions and doubt fueled by the knowledge that we too are capable of such acts. Holding back one's impulses requires constant daily attention throughout life, or else a sensory deprivation, as mentioned before, takes root. Justification for any course of action, whether benevolent or malevolent, will always remain subjective. However, our actions speak a language no words can truly make right. Only through resourcefulness and a deep understanding of worth, both in material wealth and in the wealth of self-awareness, can we hope to achieve a healthy mindset. It is this understanding that helps us untangle who we are and why we act as we do. A complex layering of emotional dimensions shifts between us and our minds, operating behind the scenes in patterns of perception and correlation. We act as we do because we are to know these things is, in itself, the answer to why we question them. A cycle of routines and addictions intertwines with depression, predicated on repetition. Only when such values, those routines that define you, are held held to a standard by others that you in turn uphold does morality begin to change. With every extra layer added to the already complex idea of you, morality shifts behind the veil of selfish needs. This often leads to cunning and malevolence within one's actions. You may justify your hows or whats to any objective observer, yet fail to acknowledge the routines and the person that shaped you into such a system of codes.